Let's cut straight to it. Buy one, get one free isn't a reward, it's a setup. And behind those big cheerful signs is a mountain of math, marketing psychology, and pricing manipulation. You're not doubling your value, you're doubling their outcome. Let's get specific. Before you even spot the price, your brain has already made assumptions based on font, color, and placement. In fact, red tags with the word free increase impulse response rates by up to 80%, according to neuromarketing research. It's not just a sign, it's a neurological command to act. Retailers aren't giving away products, they're triggering a switch in your brain using one of the most powerful words in behavioral economics. In a controlled MIT study, participants were offered two choices: pay 14 cents for a premium chocolate or get a regular chocolate for free. When both options cost something, 73% chose the premium. But when the regular became free, 69% took the free one. That's how easily free distorts logic. Your brain's nucleus accumbens, the same area activated by drugs, sex, and gambling, lights up when you see free. Rational decision-making, governed by the prefrontal cortex, gets sidelined. In milliseconds, you associate the offer with gain, not cost, even when the price was manipulated. And yes, it's often manipulated. Retailers adjust unit prices before running BOGO deals. A shampoo that normally sells for $6.99 might quietly jump to $8.99 right before the deal launches. Now, 2 units at $8.99 still feel like a bargain, but you just paid full margin. In fact, a Harvard Business Review analysis of BOGO pricing revealed 42% of promotions are preceded by a price increase within 2 weeks. Even worse, that extra unit you're getting for free isn't always needed. A UK study found that under BOGO, 18% of food items go to waste compared to 7% under standard promotions. People overbuy perishables, don't finish them, and end up trashing what they were psychologically convinced was value. And that's by design. BOGO works best on non-durable goods, items with expiration dates. Supermarkets exploit this to churn inventory and offload short-dated stock. In grocery chains, 34% of BOGO campaigns are used to push products that are nearing the end of their shelf life. You don't see it because it's buried beneath that glowing free. There's also the false perception of savings. A 2022 retail economics report found that consumers overestimate savings on BOGO deals by an average of 36%. People believe they're saving twice as much as they actually are because they mentally assign full value to the free unit, even though most items are pre-marked higher or cost almost nothing to make. Take cosmetics. The average cost to produce a mid-tier lipstick is less than $1.50. It's sold for $14.99. When a brand runs buy one get one free, they're giving you something worth 10% of retail while collecting your email, tracking your clicks, and boosting volume. It's a loss leader in disguise that builds first-party data, and once you're in their system, every swipe, search, and scroll helps them refine exactly how to sell to you again. Now look at the supply chain angle. Manufacturers often incentivize retailers to offload excess through buy one, get one to avoid warehousing fees. That $1.50 lipstick, the brand might send bulk bonuses for moving X units. So, retailers run BOGO, increase basket size, avoid backstock, and even hit bonuses from vendors. BOGO also messes with consumer behavior in subtle, calculable ways. Shoppers presented with a BOGO offer spend 19% more on average per trip, according to research from Nielsen IQ. It's not just the deal, they buy complementary items. A free bottle of pasta sauce? You'll grab extra noodles. Free deodorant? You throw in body wash. BOGO isn't a product promotion, it's a basket inflation device. The economic footprint? Huge. In the US alone, promotional pricing like buy one, get one accounts for over $500 billion in annual sales. But over half of those promotional sales would have occurred anyway at full price. According to IRI data, that's not added value, that's profit disguised as generosity. And let's not forget, BOGO isn't global. In Germany, BOGO deals are heavily regulated under Preisangabenverordnung, Price Indication Ordinance. The law mandates full transparency of unit pricing before any promotional change. This has led to fewer deceptive BOGO campaigns and a higher trust index in pricing, according to EU consumer research. Meanwhile, countries like the US have no national standard for BOGO transparency. Most consumers never realize the price was hiked before the deal. Let's drop the marketing lingo and look at raw supply chain math. Retailers aren't giving away free items, they're offloading surplus, disguised as generosity, and the numbers behind that tactic are massive. In the US alone, apparel retailers overproduce by an estimated 30% annually. That's tens of billions of dollars in unsold stock. Instead of marking it down by 50% and signaling inventory failure, they relabel it as "buy one, get one free." Same clearance function, just hidden under psychological misdirection. In grocery chains across the US, BOGO deals often coincide with products nearing their expiration dates, especially in categories like chips, cereals, dairy alternatives, and carbonated drinks. While exact figures vary, retail analysts have noted that a significant share of these promotions are tied to excess or aging inventory. These aren't generous giveaways, they're strategic warehouse cleanouts dressed in marketing. A shampoo bottle priced at $2.49 screams, "budget," but mark it $4.99 and offer a second for free. Now it preserves the premium image while quietly clearing stock that's nearing the end of its shelf life. It's not generosity, it's inventory laundering, refined into a tactic that looks like value. The shelf you see in a grocery store isn't arranged for your convenience. It's paid territory. Eye-level shelf space is rented, often for thousands per month per SKU, especially in large chains like Walmart or Kroger. This is called a slotting fee. Brands that move fast win better positioning, which becomes a loop. More visibility equals more sales equals more negotiating power. A 2019 study in the Journal of Retailing found that BOGO promotions accelerated product movement by 110% compared to non-discounted items. What's notable is that 43% of those purchases were unplanned. This speed isn't about short-term gain. It's about justifying that shelf slot to maintain the most valuable real estate in the store. Even if the brand breaks even or loses money during a BOGO cycle, the downstream impact is visibility. Fast turnover helps secure a $30,000 per year space at eye level in a national chain. And eye-level product placement increases base sales by 22% on average, even when the promotion ends. So yes, they'll eat the margin because the shelf is worth more than the sale. Now let's get specific. One detergent bottle, $10. Next to it, buy one, get one free, still $10. Seems like a great deal until you ask the real question, what's the per unit cost and what's the baseline pricing history? In a 2023 scan of 300 BOGO promotions across 20 retail chains, the average BOGO product had an elevated per unit price, 28% higher than similar items not under a BOGO offer. Retailers raise the sticker price to preserve or enhance margins, even when offering 2 for 1. Let's make it concrete. Product A is $6. The competitor runs a buy one get one at $10. That's $5 per unit, right? Sounds cheaper, except the BOGO brand usually has inflated packaging, unnecessary features, or artificial brand value that's not reflected in product quality. A unit economics analysis by Retail Dive found that only 18% of BOGO deals outperform the non-promo version when controlling for size, quality, and shelf life, which means most of the time, you're paying more per usable ounce or gram, especially with cleaning supplies, cereals, snacks, or beauty products, where package inflation is common. Now let's talk about waste. If you're buying perishables, you need to consume both products before one expires, but that rarely happens. In the UK alone, BOGO-style promotions contribute to nearly £2.1 billion of food waste annually, per data from the Waste and Resources Action Programme, WRAP. That's approximately 10% of total household food waste. Not because people are irresponsible, but because you're being sold more than you realistically need. And it scales fast. A family of 4 might go through 1 tub of yogurt in a week. BOGO gives them 2. The second spoils. They don't save money, they pay to throw food away. In recent USDA and academic studies, BOGO promotions have been shown to significantly increase waste in perishables, especially dairy, produce, and meats. In some cases, households discarded up to 20% more than non-promo buyers. Next comes substitution distortion. In marketing terms, that's when consumers pick a promoted product over a more suitable one just because there's a deal. You may prefer brand A for flavor, packaging, or ethics, but brand B is on BOGO. The result? You're not choosing the best product, you're choosing the loudest promo. A joint study by Stanford and INSEAD showed that substitution from BOGO led to 33% lower product satisfaction and 19% higher regret compared to regular price choices in blind tests. BOGO isn't just a trap in pricing, it's a trap in decision-making. It overrides judgment with volume. Then there's the cross-promotion effect. You didn't just buy 2 shampoos, you bought loyalty. Because BOGO often comes with secondary strings, like signing up for a loyalty card, using a specific payment method, or returning within a promotional window. According to research by Accenture, 61% of BOGO campaigns at national retailers are layered with digital tracking incentives, email capture, app installs, or rewards program signups. You're not getting a free item, you're giving up data. That free toothpaste costs you behavioral tracking across platforms for years. And BOGO doesn't always end at the cash register. Once you're in the system, you're hit with upsells. At chains like CVS and Walgreens, many BOGO offers aren't just discounts, they're data triggers. Your purchase feeds algorithms that unlock future upsells, bundled offers, retargeted emails, even personalized deals based on what and when you buy. That free item. It's the start of a feedback loop designed to keep you coming back. The final trap? Legal ambiguity. Free is one of the most regulated words in advertising, except when paired with conditional language. Federal Trade Commission guidelines require that the price of the first item in a BOGO offer cannot be inflated beyond its normal rate just to compensate for the free part. But enforcement is loose. A 2020 investigation by Truth in Advertising found that 37 out of 100 BOGO promotions at national retailers violated this rule subtly, either by hiking base prices or offering smaller product sizes during the promo. And this gets worse online. E-commerce platforms can A/B test you in real time. You may see a BOGO for $19.99, while someone else sees a regular price of $14.99 for one. Your browser data, shopping habits, and location feed dynamic pricing models that make the deal unique to you, based not on value, but on what the algorithm predicts you'll tolerate. BOGO online is often not a discount. It's a data-driven manipulation wrapped in urgency. So let's be precise. BOGO is not about generosity. It's about inventory control, shelf space economics, data harvesting, and psychological engineering. The science behind it is not about giving you more. It's about getting you to take more, so brands can justify more visibility, clear aging stock, and lock in future profits off the illusion of saving. You're not getting a free second item. You're paying full price for a controlled experiment in behavioral economics, one that's optimized to benefit everyone but you. Next time you see buy one get one free, ask yourself, what's the real cost? Stay sharp, spend smarter, and don't fall for the label, because nothing is ever truly free. If you want more breakdowns like this, backed by real data, not marketing myths, subscribe to the channel. We decode the traps so you don't have to. And trust me, we've got plenty more coming. Finance tricks, retail psychology, and the hidden math behind everyday deals. Stay tuned, stay smart, and take control of your wallet.